This is the best time in history to make tens of thousands of dollars a month publishing content that's inspired by someone else's content. Thousands of people out there, myself included, are making real money just by posting about stuff they're already interested in. I got over 5 million followers posting about business ideas because that's what I'm interested in. But you can share anything and build a following, local events, hacks for tired parents, motorcycle reviews, power washing videos, anything. The formula is simple. You pick a niche, you post consistently, and you build an audience. Then you monetize. But most people get stuck on finding fresh content ideas every single day, multiple times a day. It can be a grind. And after this video of mine went viral, I realized that's a problem that people have. They need more inspiration. They need to know where to look consistently so they don't have to turn this into a full-time job. Because without good systems, getting inspired by content to repurpose is exhausting. So today I'm going to build 2 automations using AI tools that will do all the research for me in my sleep. These tools are going to find what top creators in my niche are posting about, and it'll send me a weekly report. And you can copy everything I'm doing for whatever niche you're interested in. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to set this up. It takes about 30 minutes. It costs about $5 a month, and it will run forever. So think about it this way. Every successful niche has creators that are already crushing it. They've done the hard work. They've figured out what works. I don't want you to reinvent the wheel. So instead of just guessing what to post, we want to watch what they post and use it as inspiration. For instance, if a top healthy recipe account posts 5-minute protein breakfast and it crushes, maybe you should make your own version of a 5-minute protein breakfast. Your spin, your personality. But the problem is that manually checking 10 different accounts every day is exhausting. And we want to hang out with our kids or our spouse. We don't have time for that. We don't want to be glued to our screens. So we're going to automate it. All right, so to get started, we're going to go to hostinger.com/KernerOffice. Hey, that's me. We're going to click Claim Deal. This plan is 61% off, so we're going to snag that. We're going to enter in coupon code KernerOffice. That's me. That's going to give us an additional 10% off. Okay, so now we have to choose an operating system to work with. In my experience, N8N is the easiest if you're not super technically advanced, so we're just going to go with N8N. Okay, we're logged in, we're paid. We go to the dashboard, then we're going to click on VPS. We're going to go to the one that I just chose. You can see I'm kind of a heavy user of Hostinger here. So it's going to be this bottom one. It's the newest one. We'll click Manage. Now we're going to click Manage App. Okay, so right here, they're sending us over to their partner, N8N, which is the automation platform. Think of Hostinger as a budget, user-friendly web hosting provider for the AI age, and think of N8N for a budget automations platform for the AI age that needs a web hosting platform in order to operate. So you have to use both hand in hand. Go ahead and create an account. Now, in order to set up this YouTube automation, we need to connect YouTube, which is owned by Google, and we need to connect Google Sheets, which is owned by Google. So we've got to connect Google. Not as complex as you might think. We're just going to go to Google and type in Google Cloud Console. There it is. Click on it. You can see I'm already logged in up here on the top right. You only need to do this once. Okay, now we're in the Google Cloud Console. We have to create a project. And for some reason, Google makes this a little confusing. It's not there. You got to search for it. So we're just going to search for the word project. And you can see create a project. We'll click on that. Name it whatever. Just click create after you name it. Okay, now this gets a little confusing because after you create the project, for some reason, oftentimes Google wants to move you to a different project, one of their standard projects. So we're going to go up here to the notifications. Be sure that you're on the right project. Remember, I named mine Automation 6.7. So if you're on the right page, you'll see your project name up here on the top left. Okay, we're good. Now we need to click the left menu here, go down to APIs and services. Then we're going to go library, Gmail API. We're going to search for that. There it is. Click on it, enable. That's it. This will enable our automated emails. Now we go back to the library. We're going to look for Sheets. There it is. We're going to click enable. Now we're going to go back to APIs and services and go to OAuth consent screen. Get started. We'll give it the same name, Automation 6.7. Type in your support email. Okay, now under audience, we're going to click external, then next, contact information. This can just be your email, and then finish. This is basically a regulatory step for Google just to make sure that you're not a scammer. Okay, now we go back to APIs and services, OAuth consent screen. Then we're going to click on data access, add or remove scopes. We're going to search for Gmail, and then we want it to read, send, and modify. So we'll just check those top three. Now we're safe to X this out because those will stay checked. Then we'll search for Google Sheets API, and we just want it to read and write. We're just basically telling the API the permissions that it needs to do, or the abilities that it needs to have. And an API is just a way for two pieces of technology to talk to each other. We're going to check this one and this one, which basically allows it to read and write. Then we're going to click Update, and you can see all 5 of those API permissions have now been added. 3 for Gmail, 2 for Sheets. We'll click Save. Now we're going to click on Audience, Test Users, that's us. I'm going to add a different email of mine, and then I'll add another email just to hedge my bets here. Okay, now we're going to go back over to N8N. We're going to click Create Workflow. Okay, now we click the plus. We need to trigger this workflow / automation, and we're going to do it on a schedule, on a recurring basis. So we'll click on schedule. We're going to set mode for days between trigger 1, trigger at midnight. Sure, doesn't matter. Now we'll click execute step. Now we're going to click this next plus. This will be the next step in the automation. We're going to search RSS read. Now we need this automation to scan, search, read a YouTube channel. Now to do this, we need a URL of the RSS feed of the YouTube channel that we want to scan regularly. So don't be confused. There are a ton of third-party tools that will do this for us. I literally just go to Google and type in get RSS URL from YouTube channel. Now you could click any of these results to use third-party tools to do it for you, but they all want you to register and get your email. We don't want to do that. So I'm just going to look at these instructions. Cool. All right, so to get the RSS feed without giving some random site your email address, we're going to go to the YouTube channel in question. We're going to right-click, view page source, control. That's going to pull up this. We're going to do control find RSS. Boom. You see that blue URL right there? That is the RSS feed for his YouTube channel without having to give some shady site your email address. So we go back to N8N. We go to the step that we're on, the URL field. We're going to paste that in and click execute step. Cool. Now, how do we know that it's working? Look at the output. It's showing us all the data from that channel that we're looking for, so we know it's working. We're going to X that out. Now we're going to click the plus again, search for Google Sheets. We're going to click append or update row in sheet. Okay, now we need to select credential, create new credential, choose credential type, that one. And to fill in this field, we've got to go back to Google Cloud Studio. We go back to APIs and services, credentials for the app that we created, click on the edit button for the app that we created, and it needs our redirect URL, which, if you remember, was right here. So we're going to copy it back here, add URL, paste that, hit save. Cool. Now we need the ID, which is basically the username for this. Back to N8N, paste that in. Then we go client secret. We're going to copy that, paste it into N8N, leave that on all, click save, successfully created. Awesome. Okay, now to wrap this all up, we have to sign in. So we're going to sign in with the Google account that we just connected on Google Cloud Console. Connection successful. Awesome. Account connected. We're green. Awesome. Close that. On this dropdown, we're going to choose this. Sheet within document, append or update row. We're going to add the URL of the Google Sheet. We're going to do that by clicking share up here on the Google Sheet that I just created. Anyone with a link editor. So full permissions on that. I named it contents by. There's only 3 columns: publish date, channel name, video name. Okay, we go there, we paste it there. What sheet? By name, sheet 1. There's only 1 sheet in there. So we're going to map each column manually just to make sure it works right. So for publish date, see, it's pulling these columns from my sheet. We're going to go over here to the left, take publish date, drag it there. Cool. Channel name, we're going to go here. Author, that's the channel name. And this is important because we can add more channels to the sheet. If we were only tracking 1, then it wouldn't really matter what channel name it was because we would automatically know it. And video name, we're going to do title. Okay, they're all there. They're green. Cool. Now we're going to click execute step. Beautiful. It worked. We got 3 green check marks across the board. Okay, now the real test is to see, did this automation actually work? We got to go to our Google Sheet to check on that. And boom, there it is. Publish date, channel name, video name. This is beautiful. It works. Now you may be wondering, I thought he only had one video. No, he only had one long form video, but it pulled shorts as well. 5 videos, 5 rows on the sheet. All right, so now you may be asking, well, I want more channels. I want to add 10 channels, 20, 2, whatever. Easy, super easy. Go to the middle step here, RSS feed, click the 3 dots. You're going to click duplicate. You're going to do that. And then you're going to take this. You're going to connect that there. You also need to delete this connection right here by clicking the trash can. And then you're going to go here, drag that there, and do that there. So what this is going to do is it's going to read one channel, then it's going to read the next channel, and then it's going to add them all to the sheet. But there's an error here because we still need to configure this. So you click on the 3 dots, click open, and we just need to swap out the URL of the channel that we want to track. So what channel do we want to track? Let's support my best friend, Nick. I want to track Nick's channel to see what he's publishing. So I'm going to go to his channel page. Remember, right click, view page source. It's going to open this. We're going to do control find RSS. We're going to find the blue domain right there. Boom, copy. We're going to go back to N8N. We're going to take this domain from Kyler's channel, paste it, execute step. Beautiful. You can see right here the output. It worked immediately. And then go here. We're going to click play. It's running. It's running 75 items. Okay, that's a good sign. Go back to our sheet. Boom. Now, you can see there's a couple errors here for some reason, but that's always going to happen. Nothing we can't fix. But everything else is almost perfectly accurate. And you can even set up limits where it's like, dude, don't scrape everything, just like the last 10, the latest 10. I don't want to get too in the weeds, but ChatGPT can help you out with that. Now remember, this is going to run at midnight every day, and we can have it run every 5 minutes if we want. But the more often it runs, the more we'll have to pay in credits. Now, how do I get an email notification every time this has been done? We're just going to click a plus here at the end of it. We're going to search Gmail. We're going to click send a message. Okay, so I learned as I was doing this that you don't want to connect this step after the sheet. That's kind of redundant. You want to connect it after the RSS read. So it's basically, it's going to scan a channel, add all the details of those channels here, and email you at the same time. So to do this step, we connect to our Gmail account. A resource is a message. We're sending it. We're going to send it to ourselves. So I put my email in here. Subject line, doesn't matter, new vids. Email type, we're going to do HTML. And the message, you're going to do expression instead of fixed. And you're going to paste in that HTML code. And I will put that in the show notes, easy to find, so you can paste that in directly. So now let's see how it works. It might not yet. We're going to click execute step. Whoa, okay, it worked, but it worked a little too well. All right, so here's what my inbox looks like right now. Boom, look at that, too well. I gotta configure this. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so many emails. Like, it works. There's the videos it scanned, there's the date, that's all I asked for, but I got one email for every, I got a lot of emails. So let's figure out how to fix this so you don't have the same problem. Okay, so I forgot a critical step here. I'm gonna add a node right here between RSS and Gmail, hit the plus. It's gonna be called aggregate. We're gonna do aggregate individual fields. We're even gonna rename it as titles, just to make it a little cleaner. Now we're gonna add another field, link. We're gonna rename it to links. Now we'll click execute step. Cool. Now we need to update our Gmail node. So we're gonna click X, go back to the Gmail node, open. We're gonna change this to this code. I'll put this in the show notes as well. It just changes the syntax of these. We click X, then we're going to execute the workflow again. All right, it looks like it worked. Again, let's check our emails though. And boom, one email received 7 minutes later, not 75. So it worked, beautiful. Now I know in the beginning I told you I was gonna build 2 automations, but it ended up I only needed to build 1. I just added them together to keep it extra clean for you. It scans the YouTube channels, it scrapes them, it adds them to a Google Sheet, and then it emails you all of the things it scraped and basically notifies you that it's also in the Google Sheet as well if you'd like more info like the view count, title, publish date, etc. What does this cost you? Through Hostinger VPS, about $5 a month. The RSS feeds, the Google Sheets, the automations, all of that is free. And just compare that to any other content research tool out there that's going to cost you between $30 and $300 a month. And you own this. You can customize it. You can sell access to it. You can make your own content research tool. You could build another automation to scrape YouTube channel emails and email other YouTube channel owners and say, hey, do you want to spy on your YouTube competitors? I will email you a list of everything your competitor is posting every morning for $30 a month. so you become the person that you're competing with. Building a niche audience is not complicated. The complicated/hard part is being consistent. With this workflow, you don't have to be consistent. The automation will do it for you. The Hostinger setup does the research for you. You just have to make the content, which is the fun part. Pick your niche, create this automation, let it run. And this is like the tip of the tip of the tip of the iceberg. There are thousands of end-to-end templates you can make. You can go to the end-to-end library and pick some pre-built ones for free. Or you can build one and sell it yourself to others, just the template. Hostinger is a great supporter of this channel, so it'd be awesome if you could support them using the link in my show notes. Thanks for hanging out on the Kerner Office.